So what you have to do, you have to go to this here, log in with your PDN ID and click on this launch button here. After you click on the launch button, you will get this page. Then you have to click on this Pega CRM suite. When you click on this Pega CRM suite, it will get this login page. I shared the login ID password to you. Login ID is decisioning architect, password is rules. Then you have to click on the login button. So then it will take you to the customer decision hub portal. So now you can start practicing here. So in order to practice, I told you, right, you have to go to the intelligence and prediction studio. Then you have to create a new application. So prediction studio, switch to the dev studio, and whatever we have seen, right, creating the proposition management, propositions, attributes, exporting the propositions, importing the propositions, whatever we have seen yesterday, day before yesterday, all those things you can do it here. So you'll come here, you'll click on this button and click on new application. So then you can start creating your own application from here using the wizard. Okay, so here you select Pega CDH, build with Pega CDH. Okay, so then you will get this setup wizard. You have to click on the setup wizard and you have to continue creating the application. So once you do all these things, in order to take the backup, so you have to go to the configure, application, distribution, export. Okay, application, distribution, export. So now what you have to do is you have to go to the package tab. Here you have to select your application that you have created. Okay, for example, once you do the launch the setup wizard, you will create one application, right? So that application you have to select here, select the rule set, I'm selecting CDS. You can select your own application rule set, whatever, and the version. Then just keep clicking on next. Okay, so once you click on next, you can just keep this as it is. Then click on next, click on next. So again, I'm telling this for the people who are not practicing in personal edition. Like I told, all decisioning things you can practice in personal edition. Right now we are learning decisioning only. Once we learn marketing, I'll tell you in the class. Okay, so all the decisioning things you can do it in personal edition only. Only difference will be this setup wizard will not be there. That's it. But this proposition management, okay, this decisioning, proposition management, creating the propositions, SR class, issues, groups, everything you can create. Whatever we have learned, everything will you can create it in personal edition also. Okay, so that's what you can try. If you want to do, you can do in personal edition only. You don't need to do follow all these things if you are doing there. But only for Pega marketing, you have to follow this cloud edition. So here I just click on the next here also. Okay, here you don't need to select all these access groups, or let it be, just select all these things. Yeah, here yeah, you have only some operators, you can select those, that's fine. Work groups, you don't need to select work groups, so just remove the work groups, because in our decisioning project we are not using any work groups. So you can just remove the work groups, no need to export all those. So here this also, sorry, work queues and work groups, both of them, let this be. Okay, work group, this is only one, right? You can keep it as this. So this is also, let it be. We need the customer class and the account class, so we need all these things. So let this be coming. So these are all not required Java codes. Yeah, and here all these classes are there, SR classes and all these things are there. Let it be, because we need the SR class, right? We need the SR classes and all those, so let it be. So in the last step you will have this service packages and all these things. So here we don't need all of them, we need only some of them. That is fine. So what you do, just I think only some are selected, not all of them are selected, so then it is fine. Okay, because I thought all of them are selected, so only some are selected. I click on finish. See, just only thing that work queues you unselect. Work queues you don't need to export. Remaining all you keep as it is. Okay. So when I am clicking on next button, I am just keeping remaining all as it is. So then simply you click on the export button. So whatever application name that you have created, you just give some name like my CDH application, something like that, and click on like q.zip and click on OK. So then this will download a file for you. This will download a file for you with that zip file. That's what it will do. CDH application.zip file. So this file you can download in your system, but I think you have to make sure that you lock all the rule sets. You might get some error if you are not locking the rule set. So that is what you have to do. Okay, see, I hope that you understood, right, what you have to do. So first thing, you come to the cloud edition. I think what you do in the cloud edition to practice, first thing, you will create a new application. You will create a new application and you will launch the setup wizard. The setup application will only take 15-20 minutes or more than that. Okay, so then you can practice in that new application. Whenever you want to log off, so whenever you want to stop practicing, you will take a backup like this. Okay, you will take a backup like this. You come here and click on export, wait for it to complete, then you will download the zip file. Okay, you will download the zip file. Next time when you are logging into the cloud for practicing, then what you will do, go to the application distribution import, then simply you will upload the file here. That's it. Okay, so importing is very simple, but only exporting will take some time. Importing is very simple. So now again, the advantage, or what I want to tell you is, you can also practice in personalization all the decisioning topics. There is not much interrelation between decisioning and marketing. Like when you are learning Pega marketing, at the time I will tell you. But for now, if you have personal edition, you can practice in personal edition also. Just create a new application like how you do in your regular PRPC. In your personal edition, create a new application and then you start adding the things and everything. You don't need to worry about this is wizard is different, here wizard is not there, there wizard is there, here wizard is not there. So like that, you don't need to worry all these things. Just go ahead, launch your personal edition, create a new application and start creating the propositions, proposition management. Okay, SR class, business issues, business groups, attributes, all these things you start creating in your personal edition, so that you don't need to do all these backup things every time. Okay, but for Pega marketing, as of now, no other alternative. But by the time we learn Pega marketing, if I get some solution how to install that, I will let you know. Okay, if I get any solution, I'll let you know. But this is how you export it. Okay, this is how you export. You click on the export button and export it. Then when you want to again continue, you come here and choose the file and import it. Okay, understood on this exporting and importing procedure, whatever we are learning how to do that.
Yeah. And for personal edition, what will be the default login
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
in personal edition, whatever the default login credentials we have, it will be same for that CDH.
same login. What you do, right? Same login. So I think I believe that is the question that you asked because some disturbance is there. I'm not able to hear that clearly. So if you're asking about the login, it will be the same login. You can log in with administrator@pega.com and password install. So then you create a new application. When you create a new application, you know, right, at the last step, it will ask you what operator you want to add to the application. There you give some application like your name at the CDH, something like that. You create a password and you log into that. Okay. Initially you log in with your default login, create a new application, add one operator to that application, and next time onwards you log in with that operator only. Okay. Next time onwards you can log in with that operator. So then you can start go ahead and create a proposition management, offers, create some offers, create some attributes, all those things, whatever we discussed yesterday, you practice that.
Ravi, how
Okay.
to connect these things in the
Guys,
personal
I don't
edition?
know, somehow very low voice.
No, in the personal edition, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, now I'm good here.
In the personal edition, if we create all these propositions and other properties and all, whether it
Uh-huh.
will work? Because how
Yeah, it will
to
work.
connect these things? I mean, because we
See,
need
that's
to
what I
create a
told. That's what
CDH.
I'm telling right yesterday. Uh,
Mm.
like your personal edition is configured with the node type equal to universal. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are doing this thing in real-time project, it might not work because the decisioning services are not there in the development project. But your personal edition is mapped to universal. So if you go to your personal edition also, you should be seeing this services enabled. As long as these services are normal, you should not face any issues anywhere. Okay, so the status is normal, then you should not face any issues anywhere. You create the propositions as usual, how I have done yesterday. Then you can create
Okay.
strategies, you can create models, everything you can create it. But only thing is communicating with the customer, that is Pega marketing, that is not possible in the personal edition, that where you communicate with the customer and send the emails and all those things. But till
CDH,
Pega decision, whatever is there we can do.
CDH application also will be able to create, is it, in the personal
What
edition?
is which one?
CDH application.
No, we can create normal application, not serious application.
Okay, normal application.
Hmm.
Okay.
So only for seeing how the wizard works, you can do it in the cloud. Okay, just for seeing purpose. What rules are creating? What is this car model, NBAD model, those things. But like I told you, right? In the if you want to learn and if you want to practice, you can just download the car model from the Pega marketplace, install it in your personal edition, download the NBAD template. You can try to install, but okay, just you can install, but it will not be applicable, only for practice purpose. Saying. And if you don't want all these things, why to do just to have continuity and everything, you can practice here itself. Follow these steps, create a new application, then export it every time like this how we are exporting, and you can do it. Then you can import it. So if you don't want to do that also, right, if you don't want to do that also, then simple thing, you use the same CDH sample application which is already there. Okay, because if you are using this wizard, you are creating a new application, you have to follow this method, packaging method, because you created a new application apart from what is existing. But if you are using the same CDH application only without creating new application, you can simply export that particular version, like you can select the product and you have to export. In the product rule, you will store which rules at where the rules are present like that. Okay, so it will be
Okay.
comparatively bit less export compared to exporting the entire application. You will only export the delta. Okay, you will only export the delta. That means whatever rules you have modified, whatever you have changed. Because these propositions and everything, when you are creating in the CDH rules, right? So you simply have
Yes.
to export the CDH rules. so that next
But
time when you are
behind the
coming, you
scenes,
import
but
only.
behind the
Hmm?
scenes, Pega will create some of the rules in the artifacts also, right? So we need to include that one also.
That also you have to include. So that's the reason what you do, you go to the App Explorer and go to that SR class, right? For example, yesterday we created sales credit cards, right? You go to that CDHSR, you expand that sales and credit cards. What all rules are there? You have to export that. Most of the time, all your rules will be in artifacts and rules. That's it. Auto generated rules will go to artifacts. Regular rules that you are creating will go to the rules. So if you are taking the latest that two version, that will be enough. Next time you are coming, you will import that product file here and you will proceed with testing. Okay, so this will save some time and some effort because you are not importing the entire application. You are only importing the delta of what you have made changes. So then you will do it again, you will do the changes again, you will create a product rule with those versions and again you will export it, then you will import it again. So only those rules will be applicable here. Okay,
But
so
in the
only two
cloud, we
versions.
need to import everything, right?
No, we don't need to import everything because this is CDH application. That's why I'm saying you
So in
are
the
working
CDS
on CDH
application,
application. Here only you are adding some propositions and everything. Then those things they will go to CDH artifacts, CDH rules. Mostly whatever changes you have done, any new things you have created, everything will go to either this second one or this fourth one. So when you are doing something, you just take export of these two rule sets only. You take export of these two rule sets only. You take a product rule and you export these two things. Then you import it again here. So why you need to do again? Because application is same, right? You are working in
yeah,
the
yeah,
CDH
yeah, got
application.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, got it.
If you are creating new application, then this will not work. You have to take a package and you have to take everything again. But application is same. You take only those two rule sets and you import it and you proceed. That way you can save lot of time and you can work. See again, option is yours. If you feel personal and comfortable without any issues, there also you can practice. If you are facing some issues, if you are not feeling comfortable, you can here practice here. So just from your timing perspective and your comfortness, try to use whichever method is feasible for you and practice that method and important start practicing. So as I discussed yesterday, I will tomorrow I will share the I'll share the exercise with all of you after tomorrow's session. Okay. Yeah, so I think in more 5 minutes I believe it will be there. So just practice whatever we have learned till yesterday. Environment setup, propositions, all these things which I have learned. Just try to practice it. Tomorrow we'll continue our session and we'll learn something about strategy and all that. And I'll share you some exercise for all of you. Every Friday I'll share the exercise which you can practice in your personal edition or cloud edition wherever you want to. Okay, any other queries are clear on how to practice?
This custom form we are having, right? When we
Yeah.
are doing custom form, it is applicable for all the propositions. I want to have
Right.
only one proposition at the
No,
time.
that is not possible. That is not possible. So like I told right yesterday, you can simply keep empty data for the proposition that you don't want, but for one proposition, one custom form is not possible. Okay. See, the reason is at the end of the stage, this data will come in the strategy output, whatever custom attributes you are keeping. So if you don't want to keep any data for some proposition, you just ignore and keep empty values. But some fields for some propositions is not possible that way. Yes. Yes. Any other
Uh,
questions?
Hi, Ravi. I need recordings of yesterday and day before yesterday.
Recordings you post it in the group. Harsha Trainings will respond to you.
Sure, sure. Thank
Yeah.
So in personal edition, we have to export that X car model and I think
See again, it's not clear. Can you repeat again?
we have to import car model.
Okay, I am thinking that you are saying In personalization, do we need to import car model?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. See, for testing purpose, for learning purpose, you can import, but that will not make any impact. Okay. Just like how we have imported, you just import the car model here, download it from Pega Marketplace, import it. Then you have to come here and you can uh, add that car model like this. Just you can add it and you can see the class names, how the classes are there, how the properties are there, but you cannot really use it. Okay, but you cannot really use it. Just you can do it for learning purpose. That's it. Okay. Any other question?
Today's session is recorded, right?
Yeah, please, some speaker up, please. I'm not able to hear. It's very low.
Today's session is recorded because I joined late, so that's
No,
why.
it is recorded. It's recorded.
Okay.
So yeah, so just I'm going through the how to take exporting, how to do importing, how to practice it, what all options you have, all these things. So the Harsha Trainings people will share you the classroom link to everyone. All the videos will be added to that classroom, and the PPTs and the exercises. Okay, every exercise will be added to the classroom. So it is recommended that all of you practice the exercise. Okay, you practice it. Just learning, going through recording is not enough. Practice it. Use personalization, cloud edition, whatever is it. It is your wish till marketing starts. Okay, but you have to practice the exercise, and you can do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday I'm expecting some questions from each of you or in some of you, that if you are facing any issues. Okay, so on Monday or Tuesday, like if you are facing any issues, we'll discuss like first 10-15 minutes on that, whether you are able to practice, you are facing some blockers or something. All those things we'll understand on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, but just go through that classroom link that they are sharing it to you. If they are not sharing, just post it in the WhatsApp group. They will share you the link to all of you.